I think what's been a difference for us is that MarchFifteen has been there with us for now many years, 5 years, I think, plus. And over that time, you've gotten to know us. There's been a relationship and there's trust there. And coaching can be a lot of different things. But if you have that long-term relationship, then the things you can say, the way that they land, the way that we hear them, I think is very different. And you have much better background, context, information to provide support for us.
Right. Thank you.
That's been, I think I can think of several instances where that has played out and been very, very important. One other thing I think is interesting with the work we do with MarchFifteen is that we don't have a lot of resources, and so as I said, we couldn't afford to have someone full-time doing this work, but we have a retainer model with MarchFifteen, which means that you're involved and, sometimes more than others, but we don't just pull you in when there's a snag, but you're around and you're able to enter into those situations when they come up with knowledge and with sort of continuity that an outsider would never be able to bring.
Right. Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I feel when I'm trying to make a recommendation to the organization, I really now know the context of how your organization functions. And I can remember Lena specifically saying to me, Lena, who is one of your senior directors, saying to me, we don't do it that way around here, reminding me that this is the way you do something. And I said, you're right, you don't. And so thank you again for that context. And so here are my recommendations, given the fact that you don't do that around here. And I don't know if I should give a specific example, but it was just about how we treat employees. We give them a certain amount of empowerment here at this organization, and we don't want to pin them down to specifically having to do X, Y, and Z. We want to give them choice. And so that's not always the case, because in larger environments, sometimes it's important to be more uniform so that you set an appropriate standard. But the size and flexibility of your organization allows you to be able to manage it that way. And that culture, which is a very positive culture, has been able to develop over time because that's the way you manage.
Yes. Yeah, I think part of what you do well, and I can't speak to other clients, but I think we have benefited from your experience in other clients, and you have lots of experience there, but also your ability to say what's best for us and what works within our culture and the way we do things. Although I do think there's a healthy tension there around, you've at times said, well, you might only think you should do it this way, but maybe there's another way to do it, and maybe there are other ways to think about this. So there's always a healthy, I'll say, tension.
Yeah.
I think around
I agree.
being too protective of the way you do things, and you're just going to do them because you've done them that way. Versus also, we're going to just do things different one month and the next month, and we're not going to be consistent. You've been helpful in helping us try to strike that balance. So I'm not sure I could have imagined 5 years ago it going, us being here and talking about these things has made me reflect on the last 5 years as an organization and the growth we've had, but also some of the really, we are a small organization. We've gone through peaks and valleys and very difficult times and some very exhilarating positive times too. We've grown in that time frame. In 5 years we've close to doubled. We've moved offices. There's been a lot of growth, and you've been there. MarchFifteen has been there for all of that, and the value of having someone like you who's part of our team, who's alongside us for all of that, has been really, really important to our success, and I have no doubt it's put us on a better path for the future too. So thank you.